I speak unto thee this day, and I say that I laugh, I say that I laugh, and I say that I mock the mockers. For I say, while men have thought they were so great, so grand, so glorious, I say it is me, the living God, who has brought them down. That is, I have brought them down to grovel in the mire, I have brought them down to howl unto the wind. I say that I brought them down to eat the very dust that they are. And I say, all the while they continue in pride and arrogance, demanding and commanding, but I say there is none to respond unto them. And I say it is me, the living God, who has brought it to such a state of being because of their pride, their contempt, their mockery of me. I say this day that I, the living God, am not mocked, and when men and women, through their pride and arrogance, think somehow they get by with mockery of me, I say it is me, the living God, who will cause them to be mocked. For I say they are shame and disgrace and a sorrow that I, the living God, ever allowed them to live in the earth. For I say, when men do not know, understand, and realize that it is me they are meant to pay the respect, the honor, the praise unto, and they give themselves to rebellion and pride, I say they become mockers and scoffers, all to their own destruction. And I say the day comes, as it is even now, that I, the living God, am mocking the proud, the high-minded, the haughty, who think they remain forever. For I say, when I, the living God, am finished with my chastisement of them, I say they will grovel in the dust and realize they are mere men. That is, for all of their contempt, their scoffing and mocking of me, that I, the living God, can take everything from them. And I say all that they thought they had will prove to be nothing, utterly nothing before me. I say this day that I, the living God, am in this generation bringing down the proud. And I say that I am indeed vindicating myself upon them. I say that I'm leveling them through my wrath, my fury, my anger, in rage against them. For I say that I, the living God, am sick of, I say that I've had enough of the scoffers, the mockers in this proud generation. And I say it is me, the living God, who is laughing even now as they squawk, as they moan, as they groan. And I say there's none to even hear them when they cry. For I say that none is concerned about their plight, about their circumstance, about their so-called situation. For I say, while they had their worlds together, they cared nothing for anyone, and they cared even less for me. Now I say, what they've sown is given back unto them in retributive justice, and oh, how they squawk and squeal and moan and groan under the same. But I say that I, the living God, do not hear them when they cry. I say that I laugh at them because they laughed at me. That is, when they broke my heart through their pride, their contempt, their mockery of me, I say they did not hear me at all. That is, even though I sent forth my messengers, my prophets, crying out for them to repent, I say they only sealed themselves tighter in pride. And I say they scoffed and they mocked my servants, they scoffed and they mocked my concern, my desire to see them redeemed from what it was that was coming upon them. But instead they refused to hear me. Now I say the same is returned unto them. That is, as they cry and they moan, they reach out to the arm of flesh, but I say the arm is rotted away. That is, they reach out to that which they think is their security, that which will help them, and I say they receive no help at all. And I say even if they are given some help, I say the same is literally a mocking of their plight. That is, they are not given anything that would help them at all, and I say they are left to flounder in the same. And I say that is indeed my vindication upon the proud, for I say it is my wrath revealed. For I say, when men will reach unto the arm of flesh and cry out to the same to be their rescue, to be their salvation, to be their mercy, and they find that the arm is rotted away, I say, what else can they do? I say they can only scream all the louder, for they are locked in their own prison houses of pride. I say this day that I, the living God, do not put men in such a state, but I say they put themselves there because they refuse the humility way. That is, they refuse to repent, to turn from the error of their way, to come out of their big proud estates and come down and seek for me. That is, they refuse to hear the words of my prophets when they are sent forth. I say they refuse to turn from their wicked ways. And I say then, when the day of their retribution comes, the day of their calamity, and they reach out and reach out and reach out to the idols they have trusted in, I say they find themselves reaching to the wind. That is, they reach for a security, they reach for a comfort, and I say they find nothing at all. For I say it is me, the living God, who does leave them in their destitution, who does leave them in their frustration and anger, and I say that it is because that's what they have done against me. Now stop and consider, when men are proud of their contempt, their hardness of heart, and indeed their scoffing and mockery of me, I say, shall not the same be returned unto them? That is, returned multiplied, because they are disagreeable towards me, their Maker, their God. And I say, all the while they imagine in their pride they get by with their mistreatment of me, but I say that it is not true. For I say it is me, the living God, who will humble and bring them down and reduce them to the plight they are worthy to receive. I say this day that I, the living God, have intended that those who are my people would be coming forth walking uprightly in me. That is, that they would be thankful to perceive, to receive of the truth, the light that I give them day by day. For I say it is me, the living God, who is indeed the way of righteousness, blessedness, truth and strength and mercy always. And I say, if men would respect me, I say that I would keep them and direct them and hear them when they cry. But I say, when men are full of pride and arrogance, as they are in this wicked generation, I say, of course, they are inviting, magnetizing unto themselves the cup of my wrath. And I say that the beautiful thing is about my justice is that man cannot dictate the same unto me. That is, when I, the living God, determine to show forth my sore displeasure, I say there is none that can say they've had enough. That is, they cannot stop me by all of their moaning and groaning and sore complaints against me, for I say they are not in charge. And oh, what a revelation that is to the proud fools who think they rule supreme, who think that all they must do is push a button and the world will hearken unto them. I say, look at them now in all of their squalor, oh, how they holler, but I say they howl unto the wind. For I say, when they reach to the arm of flesh they thought for sure was their never-ending security, that they thought was their backup in time of trouble, I say that the arm is rotted away. And I say they reach and reach to reach only into that which is contamination, defilement, rot, and decay, and gain nothing from the same, except the stench of the sourness of death that is on the rotting arm. I say this day that I, the living God, have intended that men would cry out unto me, would look for me, would desire me. That is, I've intended that men would receive their comfort, their protection, their mercy of me, the Most High God. And I say, when men will see their utter need of me and face the same, and look to me as their refuge, I say that I, the living God, will welcome them. But I say, when men are trusting in their own proud thoughts, their own imaginations, as to how great they are and the rottenness of the arm of the flesh, I say they are trusting in lies. And I say they are trusting and trusting and trusting in that which will betray them, in that which will let them down, and oh, how they shall howl. For I say they are given to complaints time and again, and it is all for naught. For I say that I, the living God, allowed my own people to perish in the wilderness because of their complaining against me. I say, what are these reprobate, proud fools who are contemptuous towards me and scoffing every day of their lives? I say they are absolutely nothing unto me, and I say they shall perish, they shall perish, they shall perish as others have done before them. And I say, for all their complaints they will not move me, for I say that I, the living God, am not mocked. I say this day, when you see me vindicate myself upon the proud, I say, do not be mourning for them, neither give unto them false sympathy, for I say they are not worthy of it at all. But I say they are worthy of the retribution that I, the living God, am heaping upon them because of how they have disrespected me. That is, they walked in pride and arrogance and insolence against me, and I say now they receive what they have sown. I say, when you see the seeds come forth in full harvest, I say, let them reap their crop. For I say, it is me, the living God, who has given unto them the bountiful harvest. of my wrath, my fury, my indignation against them. For I say that I, the living God, am not mocked, and when men will think through their pride that they are capable of mocking me, oh, how deceived they are. For I say it is me, the living God, who will bring them down. It is me, the living God, who will devastate them and end them in despair. And it is me, the living God, who will cause them to reap of the cup of their own wretchedness because of their mistreatment of me. For I say, when men through pride and arrogance and vain conceit imagine how great they are, I say they are living in lies. For I say that all it takes is the stroke of my hand, even in a night, to bring them low, to humble them, to render them useless and helpless before me. And I say, even though they may squawk and moan and groan, I say there is no deliverance from the calamity at hand. For I say it is me, the living God, who has brought the disaster, and I say that I've brought the aftermath of the same. And I say, no matter how much they complain, it does not matter to me. For I say they may whine and moan and groan unto the wind, and I say even their so-called friends turn a deaf ear unto them. For I say in all of their clamor that I will continue to hammer away at their shell of pride. For I say they think they have insulated themselves, separated themselves through me, through the wall of pride, but I say that I can through my hammer break down the same. And I say that I will leave them to see what miserable wretches they are, totally destitute of me. I say this day that I, the living God, have not called my true ones to mourn over the wretched state of the wicked, but I say that I've called them to rejoice. That is, be glad that it is me, the living God, who is indeed bringing down the proud. I say, be thankful unto me. I say, when you see these ones who are in proud array set in their prison houses of pride, thinking they remain forever, know that it is me, the living God, who can reduce them to shambles. That it is me, the living God, who may devastate their mansions, their great proud works, and bring them down to heaps of rubble. I say it is me, the living God, who can do so even in one stroke of my wrath against them. I say this day that I, the living God, am showing forth the proof that I am indeed the Almighty, and any man with any wisdom at all will bow the knee unto me. But I say that the rebellious, the proud, the defiant will go on in their own headstrong ways, determined that they can do it on their own. But I say what the funny thing is, they may do it, but I can do it too. That is, I can bring down again their own proud works, their own great castles, and leave them in shambles once again. I say, how long shall men live in defiance of me, live in rebellion against me, and imagine somehow they get by? For if I, the living God, did allow to perish my own people in the wilderness, what are these fools in this time unto me? I say they are nothing but hard-headed and stubborn, proud fools, who are headed in the course of their own damnation. And I say they can scream and rant and pant unto the wind, but it is all to no avail. For I say, when I, the living God, am thoroughly disgusted, I say that I will prove unto the sons of men once again that my retributive justice is perfect for the crimes they've committed against me. And I say they will have no court to appeal to, for I say there is no court of man that has rule over me. I say they will have no agency that will really hear their pleas and their begs for help, for I say that all are rotted within. And I say that all that they reach out to will prove to be nothing more than an illusion, than a mirage that fades away. For I say it is me, the living God, who intends to leave them helpless and hopeless because they refuse to hope in me.
And everybody's is just working and trying to get us back on our feet. And hopefully they will. I just have a home down here in Breezy. It's my main home, my only home. But I have kids that live in Manhattan. I have some kids that live up in, I have a large family up in the mountains. So I'm going from house to house because this is my main home, and my home is devastated. It's gone.
Have all their communities came out to help other than your immediate?
Yes, yeah, actually, up in the mountains, they didn't really have any damage at all. They're in the Port Jervis and the Catskills. But the other kids live in Manhattan, so Manhattan's been pretty good, not bad. But as far as me, it's gone. It's just all gone. and I hope I have the stamina. I've been here in Breezy Point a long time.
What's your name?
Jackie Stellato. And
Native New Yorker?
yes, yes. I'm down in Breezy Point a long time. And when my husband retired, we threw down the old bungalow and built a new one. And we've been hit by a lot, but this is the worst ever. This is the worst ever.